Sorry?
record here so it can be
Oh,
recorded. All right,
yeah.
go ahead.
My question is, we have to wait till 9:30, and then the liquidity graph have to be after 9:30, but only the liquidity graph of or all the process, the break in
No,
our
just the
favor.
liquidity graph. Mainly
Okay.
it's the liquidity graph. You can have the structure already been created before 9:30. And
Yeah.
once 9:30 hits, then you have to wait for the liquidity graph. But you don't have to wait for everything to be done after 9:30. It's just to be the liquidity. Okay.
So it happens today in the US session with gold. So I think they
Oh,
grab liquidity after entry of the US session.
yeah,
Yeah.
it had to be. I always try to do like liquidity after 9:30. So if I'm looking at for a setup, it had to be liquidity after 9:30. Everything have it could be everything there, but the liquidity graph had to be after 9:30 mainly.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I
took.
just submitted.
Yeah. Sorry.
Can we discuss Vlad, the US session on gold for a second, please?
Yeah, because I took a sell. I was confused. I was like worried actually.
On this candle here, so if you don't mind, I can just mark it down. So I had my level. Previously I had my level on gold. Where was it? That's 15 minutes. Can you go to 5 minutes, please? Right. Okay. So I had my level in here for gold. So I was waiting for this level to be broke by the body candle, but because they shoot so fast, and I just wondered, for our setup, should I just enter, even if my level is not broken, should I just risk my entry with this candle here, with this like a simple break, or should I
No,
safe?
that's actually the break here. If you see here, this is the air break. That would be the entry at any
So that's
point
our
here.
entry,
Yeah, that should have been the entry here.
and stop loss here for this.
No, you have to be doing the stop loss we gave you
Oh,
on
sorry,
the
that
yeah.
on the gold. Okay,
Yeah, so it
but
should
this was
be
our entry.
25 pips or 30 pips depending on news or non-news.
I see. Okay.
Can we analyze the entry from the beginning? Because I don't know why I thought today gold was sales and I thought it.
The first thing is like if
But
you go to the
before,
daily, I mean the 4 hour, you already know like a buy market. You can see clearly market create a higher high here, right? So this is a high and low, which have liquidity below it. So market grab liquidity. So we know that just one break is literally liquidity grab. Okay. So market went into this 4 hour order block, and you see like market basically react to it. So at 9:30, now when I actually call the trade to be taken, market continue going down. Okay. So market went down, grab liquidity out of this swing low higher low here, grab liquidity, and then start pulling back again. So the whole time here, that's why you have to guys have to look at the 4 hour mainly to your bias, because sometimes you might see in the lower time frame the market's doing a bunch of crazy thing, but you always have to go with the main structure, which is gonna be the 4 hour. Yeah, you're gonna have sales because that's one I think a lot of people don't get it. Like on the market, it's gonna be sales and buys the whole time. It's not, oh, it's gonna be just buy. No, market's gonna be in a sell in a buy market the whole time. There's gonna be sales, there's gonna be buy. When you see sales, for you have to be just a pullback, or I mean, if you trade with the trend, then you just have to be looking at market's doing a pullback. Let me wait for the market to get to whatever it's gonna do. And if you continue being buy on my structure, then I'm gonna start looking for my setup. And that's when you have to be patient when it comes to that. So here, if you go to, as I said, if you would have going into the 4 hour, you wouldn't know like it would be buy 100%, because remember that just one break doesn't mean anything. It just means the market's doing a pullback, and that's what happened here. Break here, then market do a double bottom on the 4 hour. Is still bullish. It would be bearish if market would have closed below this one here with a full body candle here. If it would have done that, then you have two breaks back to back, and then at that point you have to be looking for sales. But as of right now, I mean, at that time, the morning market was still bullish. The only thing the market was kind of, pushing to grab liquidity from here. And then you just have to wait for the market to get back again on bullish structure, and then you start looking for your setup because you're looking for buys. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought this was a break.
No, it's not a break. You guys are looking at candle breaks. That's how to. There's two different things. Remember that if you're looking at this candle, you're looking at the lower time frame, but you're not looking at the lower time frame here. Yeah, this might be a break, but on a lower time frame. But if you're looking at for a break on the 4 hour, you need to see pullbacks. So you need to see break, pullback, and then break. That's when you count like a break. So here is two bearish candles, so you don't have any level. When market do a pullback like this when bullish, now if market breaks below the swing, that's a break. The same thing happens here. When market breaks through here, that's a break. Okay.
So it was
But
only one
if you-
leg. Oh, sorry.
This is only one leg, and you cannot count like a candle breaks. That's the thing. Like you guys are looking at this, and it's a break because it might look at a break on the lower time frame. But when you're looking out for breaks for structure, you need to see that breaks on the 4 hour, not the lower time frame. So for you to have a break, as I said, you had to see like a pullback and then a break below the swing with a full body candle. If I just see like one candle doing this and the other candle just surpassed this one, but it's still bullish, for me, that's not a break. It's basically the same leg. It's the same push. When market do the pullback and close bearish, at that point, if it breaks through here, now I have a break here, a new higher high or a new lower low, whatever. Okay.
Mhm.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Vlad. So real quick on a 5-minute entry, I was looking at the candle where your entry was. I was looking at that candle,
Mm-hmm.
but I was hoping another candle formed next to it to kind of give me that level of support. But the second level was never formed, and then before I know, the market basically ran away.
You want to know like the reason behind the entry that I had here? Kind of, or what exactly? So I know.
No, I understand the entry, but notice it was just one level. Sorry. Hold on.
Hi. Can you hear me,
Sorry,
guys?
I have my little guy with me.
No, that's
So
fine.
I was asking the entry. I understand, and I marked the same entry, but I was looking at the same candle that had the other block, and so I didn't count that as the first level of break. I was looking for like two possible new candles to open to support that level, and only one candle open, so I didn't put the trigger, and then before I knew, it was just totally gone.
I mean, yes, when market basically what I did here is like the liquidity, and I mark out a 4 hour order block or 1 hour order block that we have here. For mainly 4 hour order block. So when market grab the liquidity and break through here, then you have the support here. The only thing that you said, like market closed too high here. I took my enter around here. That's when I put the trigger, and it went like 45 pips. I mean, it was more than 101, and was almost getting to the 1 or 2 there, but didn't never get there. The market pulled back here. In reality, I didn't want to get into the retest here just because of the time, because I really respect the time. So if I see like it's 11:45, like say, and I know I only have 15 or 20 minutes before the 12, I don't take it because I know most likely this time I can end up playing out pretty good. But mainly, most of the time, what I see is like markets are consolidating after 12. Like maybe out of 10 trades, you might be seeing like that 8. So 8 out of 10. So that's why I didn't call it hold my trade. It would be like maybe, I don't know, 10. I would have hold the pullback here, would have entered more positions because it makes sense to look for the buy, still hold the buy here. And then of course market do another liquidity grab, which is this one, and then break it one more time here, retesting this order block right here. So, but yeah, I mean, when market breaks here, it breaks too high. So the only way for you to get it would have been putting the trigger before the close, kind of close here. A little bit aggressive, but you know, when you know exactly what you're doing, you might be on the right side. You know, most of the time.
Got it. Thank you, man.
All right.
That was correct to think that I had this level marked as a level to be broken, or this is like a too high in your opinion?
Yeah, way too hard. Way too
Way
hard.
too high. way
Because
too
you're
high.
looking at the swings here, but you had to be looking at breaks internally for your setup. Because what you're looking at here, when you see this kind of breaks like that, like this, especially this one here, that means the market have done a pullback. That's basically like a higher low being created. Okay, so it's like maybe you don't see it here, but it might be on the 15 minutes. So it's like this. And when you look at the 15 minutes, might look like this, like a one leg pullback. But when you look at the 5 minutes, it might look something like this, like a break. So when market do this kind of breaks that like that, now you know market has done a pullback and have grabbed liquidity, and you are most likely in a higher low. So if you wait for the market to break above here, which can sometimes happen, don't get me wrong, and you guys already know exactly how to take it there. Like you have to wait for another break in order for you to have a better stop loss. When you take it like here, you literally already taking it one more time on a swing high or a new higher high mainly, because you already have the higher low and you have the higher high. So when market do this, that's why I always try to look, wait for or hope for the market to create like a level here, because at that point I'm taking the buy exactly on the higher low, which is gonna be like the main level or main pullback. I mean, the main idea for me to take a buy, because I want to take the buy on the higher low, because I know I'm gonna have at least room to go to the previous higher high before market do anything. So if you see like here, you see if you take it here, you see the market start reacting once you get to the swing high, because it went to a higher high. So that's where market was kind of playing around, but that's gonna give you enough time for you to be break even or even have a possible 1 or 2 trade, depending on how volatile and how high the higher high was or it is or is. I don't know if it makes sense.
Yes, it makes sense. Yes.
Okay.
I'll keep my eyes on it for the next
Alright.
time. Thank you.
But no, it doesn't mean you cannot take it here. The only thing is, like, if you're gonna take it here, you have to make sure that market do another pullback like this, and then you're gonna have the break, so that way the stop loss can be secure by some levels. Because if you just wait for the market to break above here like this, then all this can be filled. So if you take a buy here, right, and market come back to fill like maybe 50% of the candle, most likely your stop loss is gonna be in the middle of that, and you're gonna be a stop out and market continue going your way. Because that's why when it happens like that, it's better to wait for a second break, and then you have another level there or a minor order block that might cover your stop loss and be more, more safe.
Do you think in this example here, do you think that be reasonable to enter after this like a long breakout to the upside with the locked in,
no,
like
really.
in here?
No,
And
I
then
would have
sequence?
taken if I would have taken, I would have taken it here after this break, because it makes
Okay.
more sense.
Okay.
Because if you take it here, let's say, I don't know, maybe here, close here, your stop loss, I mean, unless you do 100 pip, which is gonna be insane.
Doesn't make
If you
sense.
do if you do 30 pips here, like in this time, market didn't went all the way down, but what exactly is covering you here from market continue going down? Market can continue going down to go into this level here, or even to the order block all the way down here. So your stop loss is in the middle of a candle the market can be come back to fill. And then you're gonna get stop out and then continue going your way. So it's better to wait for a second break like this. And that at that point, your stop loss is gonna be a little bit more, cover. In this case, it's too high as well. But mainly when it happens like that, your stop loss is gonna be like covered by a minor order block that your stop loss can be a little bit more safe. Doesn't mean it's gonna be safe, but it's gonna be better than just taking it like this and be in the middle of nowhere with any level being covering your possible stop your stop loss.
Sure. Thank you.
Any other question, guys?
Hey, Black, another question.
Yeah.
So once the first setup basically works out, it hits grab liquidity and hit the order block and everything works out. If you're trying to get back in again, do you still have to hit the whole process again? Like,
Yeah, you had to do that again. If you get you a break even, yes. So for example, here, like say that happens today, right? So if I wanted to take the trade back again, I cannot just take it on the retest because on my trading plan, because that's all depends on the strategy and the trading plan. But our trading plan is once we get to the 101, if you don't want to close partial, that's fine. That's up to you, right? But if you go to 101, you should be break even no matter what, because most likely market, if you come back after being 35, 45 pips, whatever, right? If market come back to your level, you don't know if market's going to hold that level one more time. So you don't know, like it's something like doesn't make sense for you to hold. So you put yourself on break even. If it stop you out, then at that point you have to wait for every single thing to happen again. So for example, I would have stopped out here. I would have said, you know what? I'm gonna wait for the market to give me another level, wait for another liquidity grab, and then wait for the market to tap into an order block, and then I would have taken the trade here. You see, I would have waited for everything to happen again before I get involved again on the market. So I have a better chance for my trade to win, you know, because if you just stop out and you say, you know it's gonna be right, I know I'm right, I'm gonna take it back again. Market can continue going down or going up and stop you out, and then you just lose a trade because you just didn't wanna, to be patient to wait for another setup or another confirmation back again.
Surprisingly, what you just marked out was my setup for this morning, and I was second guessing the level, and I didn't take it, and the market ran away.
Well, that's fine. Like, I mean, as I say, guys, you have to get used to it, to the strategy. Sometimes it's gonna be kind of complicated, and you might like maybe guess, but once you see like things work out most of the time, like 80% of the time, you're gonna say, you know what? You're gonna start getting more confident on the setups, and then you're gonna be taking in every time you see it when they are on the time to trade. But that's fine. Like, the good thing is like you already saw that it play out, that you had the markup right. You just basically you didn't have the confidence to take it because you were double doubting on the setup, but that's happening at the beginning, so you don't have to worry about it.
Got it. All right, thanks.
Anyone have any other questions? Any other trade that you might take that was on your favor or not? Is everybody taking trades here? Is everybody looking at the results? Are you guys holding on into the results that you guys are seeing? Because right now, like I said, we don't have too much to go through because the thing is like by doing back testing, it's gonna be just looking at candles in the past. I want to see you guys taking trades because it makes more sense that you learn more when you take a trade and you missed or you win it and we go over it, because that's when you actually learn because you took that trade. But when you see something in the past, most of the time, like, okay, I get it. I understand how it works. But if you don't take trades by yourself, in the present, then you always gonna be looking at the past, and you're not gonna be ready because, as I said, bot testing is not the same as trading live. Bot testing is too fast because you're just moving forward with one click, and you move an hour in a couple of clicks. But when you're trading live, like literally, you had to wait an hour, totally an hour, or even more than an hour for everything to show up, and then you take the setup. So when you do that, you start learning how to be patient along the way and understanding how to wait your setup, wait for your confirmation. And then, that's why I'm not like super fan of bot testing. I rather to do bot testing forward, meaning I know the strategy. I'm gonna start taking trades in any pair that I might like to trade, and I take forward trades as far as I see the setup. And then I look at what I did wrong or do bad, or how things are working out for me and all that. Okay.
Hey, Vlad, I have a question there in that graphic. You have a re-enter at the 2 p.m. more or less.
235. That would be a re-enter here. 240 exactly. I mean 1240. Sorry, 1240.
No, on 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
When you move down, it's 2 p.m. Over there, you have a break on my favor, then grab liquidity, and then a break.
No, I didn't grab liquidity here. I don't see liquidity grab
Yeah.
here, to be honest. So where you see it, so I can see exactly what you're looking at. So I don't see anything. I only see market creating a higher high, a higher low, but not market never grabbed liquidity because my higher low was here.
Ah, was there?
Uh,
Okay, okay.
Didn't get it, and then move it here, never get it, move it here, never get it. So market never
Sure,
grabbed
sure.
liquidity here.
My mistake. I thought that the green candle grabbed liquidity from the black candle, and now the liquidity was on the green candle, and that.
Yeah, because this
over
candle
there.
was the higher low, but for you to
Yeah,
have the
yeah.
higher low created, have to be a bullish candle. So when this bullish candle closed, now you have a higher low here. You see,
Yeah,
and market never grab
exactly.
it. So there's nothing here.
Thanks.
Can we perhaps discuss gold during the London session, our setup, if you don't
Right.
mind?
Right now, I don't think like it's gonna. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't take it to be honest. Like, right now, what I see is like a break on my favor. Right now, I would wait for the market to grab liquidity. Right here, below here, it might do this. Like I said, it might do it. We don't know, but I would wait for the market to do something like this. Maybe go to the order block and give me an entry here, or do another higher low here. Right here, like this. Grab the liquidity, hold the order block, and then give me something like this. So right now it wouldn't do too much, and I wouldn't take it as I said because we're still into 826. I want to see a 9 after 9 for me to even consider to
But how about London session, Vlad?
London session.
Yes. Like
I mean,
the
what
setup
time
from this
to take trades? You said.
I
you
mean,
asking?
I'm asking, so today, so now we are in the Asian session, yes? And
Mhm.
can you go back on gold with London session? Just go back a little bit, please. Not this one, the one previous, because that was the US. And
This is London is around here. This is
yes.
right here around this level right here.
So our buy, so our setup was in here today. Look at this morning. I'm based in the UK, so that's why I'm just asking. So our setup is like around this area, yes. So let's say 7. So I was waiting for this breakup here to occur in this area.
To take
After
the buy. That
to
was
take the buy.
basically a 6 a.m. I think. Yeah, 6:45. So that's kind of pre-New York, kind of, because London
Oh, is it?
yeah, London is more 3 a.m. something like 3 to 5 maybe. That's gonna be more London. So when you
That's
look at
when
the
I
after
do
6
GJ.
6 a.m. that's more pre-New York. At that point.
3 to 5. Yeah, can we see? I took a trade in GJ that it stopped me out. Can we see if
Yeah, go Alex. Why?
so the timing was at 3:30. I mark up the 15 minutes. Like,
So what was that? What was the time?
3:30.
London.
Yeah, London.
So 3:30.
Yeah,
You were looking for sales or buy?
buys.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
that candle you have there is the one stopped me out because I had
which one?
my
This
entry.
one or this one?
Yeah, I had my entry right here, and I had this other block.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't see any order block. I mean, I don't see any
No,
liquidity grab here.
No, wait. Let me see.
So if you go into what I'm seeing, like right here, I see break right here, higher high, break of a structure. This is my higher low. Market never grabbed liquidity. Market create another higher high, another swing. So that's a liquidity formation here. Never going to grab it. Market go into a higher low, another higher high, and the market never grab liquidity here. The market do another higher low, another higher high, and the liquidity was here. So I never saw market grab liquidity here. So let's see, let's move a little more forward to see exactly what would happen. So for me, the liquidity graph happens here. That's when I see my first liquidity graph. Okay.
What time
and
is that? What time is that? Sorry, let me see. What time is that?
That's 3:40.
Yeah, let me see, because I think that's when I took the trade. Wait. Yeah, it's 2:5. I took it at 9:15, 3:55. Sorry, in the candle of 3:55. So that's the liquidity graph, yeah, and that's the order block I have marked there. So
where you took it
55,
here?
No, next candle, I think.
Where you took it? Here above this level here?
I'm gonna tell you now.
Or here?
Yeah, the small, no.
The break above here?
Yeah, there. Let me see. Yeah, above that level. There's 3.
So here is the same thing that we talked about basically a couple minutes ago. So it's not like it's bad. The only thing is that your stop loss doesn't make sense for you to hold it here. So if I would have taken it here, I wouldn't take it on the, like say here, liquidity. If you do a stop loss, what's your stop loss mainly? 5 pips?
10 pips in
10 pips.
GK.
So would it be something like this? 10 pip, would it be like this? That's 10 pips, right? Or no?
Yeah, that's perfect.
So for example, here, no, it wouldn't be like that because it wouldn't be a win either way.
Wait, so
I think you gave me the wrong time because here it play out pretty good. Like after breaking that.
I think I took it in this. Wait, okay, wait, this one. Sorry, let me see. Here in this candle, like in that level, but
yeah. So that's the thing. Like here, there wasn't liquidity grab. If you take it here before, if you take it here when it broke like this, like here, right? You don't have any liquidity grab. Market never grab liquidity here. Now here, now here. Then when it breaks like that, that's when market create a new liquidity. And this liquidity was when was taken here. That's when the market actually grabbed the first time out of all this here. That's the first time market grabbed liquidity. So at that point, that's when you have to be looking for your setup. So you see, and after that, market end up playing out. So I don't know what exactly you saw here, but it never grabbed liquidity.
I can tell you easily. It's like I still struggle on which liquidity, which.
The thing is that you guys
liquidity,
and that's something like it might be because you guys are still getting into like the mindset of the candles, because you guys are thinking about candles, wicks, and the same candle. For you to have a higher low, you have to have a combination of bullish candle and bearish candle and bullish candle. So for me to have a higher low, I need to see bullish candle, bearish candle, and then bullish candle. At that point, this candle bearish is the one that I created higher low. So now I'm gonna have liquidity below here.
But
so if you have this bullish candle, like you said here, let me just go back and let me just delete here so you guys can see. If you're looking at here, right, this is, just go back here. So you can now have like mark up this as a liquidity grab like this, because this is a bullish candle. For you to have a higher low here, you need to see a bearish candle and another bullish candle closing. And at that point, you're going to have your higher low like this. You see, now you still don't have any higher low here. This is some wick shit. And yeah, on the lower time frame, it might be, but you have to look at just the 5 minutes liquidity grab. And you have to wait for a formation of a higher low for you to look for a setup on the 5 minutes. So here I have my bearish candle. That's the first thing. So that means I have a higher low pullback. The higher low is going to confirm once I have a bullish candle closing next to it. So here I don't have any. Now I have a higher low because I have this candle closing bullish. So where's my higher low? Here. Because this is a higher high, pullback, higher low, and this candle closing bullish, that's when it confirms a higher low. So now this is liquidity. Okay.
Okay. Ow, I was struggling a lot with this.
And that's something like you guys you might learn from somebody else or online, like those wick and like breaking candles thing, like a surpassing candle. Like a lot of people say, okay, this is a break here because it surpassed this candle. In reality, it's not. If you look at the lower time frame, yes, it might be, but we basically basing our entries based on 5. So for me to have a break, I need to see a pullback. So if I'm gonna be looking for a break, I don't gonna be taking this as a break. This, oh, you break above this candle here week. This is a break for me. No, for me, a break is got to be a pullback. I need to see a pullback. So it create a level here, a resistance level. And when it breaks above here with a candle, that's when I have a break for me. Okay, same thing happens with the candle. So here, any of those here are not liquidity graph. This is not liquidity. The liquidity is gonna be formed, like I said, pullback in a bullish candle, and that's when you have the higher low confirmation. And then this swing low here, now it's gonna be your liquidity. And if we move forward, you see market never grab liquidity here. Do another bullish candle, bearish candle, and another bullish candle. So where's gonna be your liquidity form? Here, because you have a higher low. And that's when market actually grab the liquidity here. That's a liquidity grab because the market went below the previous high and low here. Okay, and that would
Where
be
exactly will, sorry, and where exactly will be your entry in this point, Vlad?
I wouldn't take it, to be honest. Maybe taking above here, breaking through here. Maybe before the candle close to try to get it as close as possible. You know, from the level, I would take it around here, maybe. You see? But if you wouldn't wait for the market to close here, then I would be too late for the entry because the stop loss would be making sense. But if you take it before candle close, that would be the entry for me here. So I would take the trigger way before candle close. So to have a better entry. So I would take it above here.
So the previous bearish candle has to be so the bullish candle has to be closed, need to be closed after the above the bearish candle. Yeah, it's not the entry wouldn't be appropriate to enter here on this break.
No, because that's not a break. And that's the thing, like you
Mhm.
guys are, that's a break on the lower time frame. But if
On the
I'm
lower
looking for
time
a break on 5, the break have to be above here because that's when I have the resistance level.
Mhm.
You know, and I don't get it because you guys still into like this candle thing, which works sometimes, but for me it's like this is not a break. It might be a break on the lower time frame, but not the time frame that I'm looking at, which is 5 minutes. So for me, like I said, for me to have a break or a higher low, I need to see bullish candle and bearish candle. So when you have the bullish and bearish candle, what you have here is a resistant market find around this level right here. So if market breaks above here, that's when you have a break. So I'm not gonna count like a bullish candle and then the next bullish candle surpass the previous one. I'm not gonna count this as a break because it's not.
Okay.
So this can so this candle here. Okay, 1 second. Let me see. This candle here, even if it's a bearish candle, is not a higher low because we don't have a higher high, right?
I mean, this candle is gonna be a higher low when market close bullish, another candle close bullish. When it close here, this candle close bullish. Now you have a higher low, but you cannot just do this because this is not the lowest point of the higher low. The lowest point is this one because the candle this candle start bearish, do a swing, and then close bullish. So the swing is gonna be here, if it makes sense. Does that make sense for you guys or not?
Yeah, I've got it.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
You
a
guys
new-
have to get away from that candle things. Like I know some of you have like that candle breaks and things like that, which for maybe for another strategy might work, but for this is not a break for me. I'm not gonna be looking at, oh, this is breaking here, this is breaking here, because it doesn't make sense. This is one leg. The break have to happen above a resistance level, a support level, which is gonna be above here. That's when I have a real break. Okay. So here the same thing. You guys can see bearish candle, and then when it breaks above the bearish candle here, that's a break for me. Okay, but I'm not gonna be counting like every time I could do like this. You see, like a break. This is a break. This is a break. Yeah. If you're looking at the lower time frame, maybe 1 minute, yeah, it might be a break. But I'm looking at breaks on 5. So for me to break on 5, I need to see a pullback and then a break above the previous higher high or lower high that it creates with a pullback.
Are we taking weeks into the consideration? like if it
For the
if
break,
it-
yes. So for example, here, if you have like, you want to see like the break above this wick, like this, then you have wick transfer. It didn't break, so it transferred from here to here. And then when market close above it with bullish candle, that's when you have the break and a new higher high.
Okay. And can we go back a little bit to the top, please? So in this case, our break, should we take to the consideration? I mean, so above the bullish one, okay? So should we take the consideration of the bullish candle close above this week or this?
No, when you're taking the
opening
entry,
price?
you don't need it. You don't need to wait for the break. That's when it be the only break you need to be above the wicks or below the wick is gonna be when you're looking at for confirmation of an actual break. When you're looking for an entry after the liquidity grab, the order block top, then you don't need like the break above the wick. You only need the break above the body candle here. Like if you're like a resisting, if it breaks above here, right? That's good. It's gonna be good to go. Even though
Right.
it's not a confirmation of a break, it's just like a anticipation break. But when you have that with all the confirmation prior, like I said, liquidity grab, order block, the direction on your favor, 80% of the time it's gonna, 85% of the time it's gonna work out fine with that because it's like it breaks like a resistance level, and then it's gonna take it as a support. Then break, resistance, and use it as a support.
Right. Thank you for clarification. Thanks.
Any other question, guys? See here. So we got liquidity here, so we were now. I barely grabbed liquidity here. So yeah. Yeah, so for 9:30, for 9:30. For 9, I want to see something like this. Boom. And that would be the setup for me. Or either go all the way down here and grab liquidity from this window here.
Hey, Vlad, I have one on US 30, then if you can see.
But right now or
No, for today at 1 p.m. East time.
all right. So where
1
exactly here?
Sell.
This is here we are at 1 p.m. right here. Like this one. So what exactly you have it?
Keep moving.
Forward? Like you're just gonna like this. So what exactly you took the trade?
Yeah, I have that because I have another broker. I use Wanda on the candle of give me just check the candle of 25 12:25 is green. To me, it's green. It's another block.
All right,
I
so
see another block.
here's our auto block right here. Yeah, like the thing
Yeah.
is that what happens with Owanda is like Owanda doesn't close the candle. Mainly the 4-hour candles. That's why I always recommend you guys to go with a broker on TradingView, especially for you doing your analysis. Go for a broker that the 4-hour candle close at 10 a.m. Eastern time and 2 p.m. 6 p.m. and not and 10 p.m. because the 4-hour candle are really thin. And Owanda doesn't do that. Owanda close the candles at 9 a.m. So sometimes if you look at US 30 at 9 and you look at the 4-hour, you might see a 4-hour candle close, which is gonna give you more confidence about your setup. But in reality, that candle only closed on Owanda because if you look at any other pairs, any other broker, most of them close at 10. So having that candle close 1 hour before that, you might think like market's respecting a level when market still haven't closed that 4-hour candle. So that happens the same thing with this 5-minute candle. So you might see like
Yeah.
it closed here, but it didn't close here. So I recommend you to keep into like this kind of broker bull market. Since that actually the 4-hour close, like I said, at 9, at 10, 2 p.m., 6 p.m., and 10, and then back again the same cycle. Okay.
Okay, just in case, if we suppose that that candle at the 25 was on
Yeah, it
green.
wouldn't be a good setup because you have a
Okay,
order block
okay.
right here, then a liquidity grab, and then you would have take the sell here. See, would it make
Okay.
sense for me? Even on my broker, because I was looking at US 30, I never saw a green candle here. So if I don't see it,
Okay.
I don't have the level there, you know. So
Mm.
well, sometimes it's gonna happen like that, but I recommend you, like I said, those candles that those broker that actually close the 4-hour like that. Because
Yeah.
Hoanda doesn't do it like that. Hoanda close at 9, 12, which doesn't make sense sometimes on the graphics. Okay.
Yeah, I have that problem with another colleague saying, okay, I will took the sell, and he told me no, but why? And because I saw on green that candle, and I saw the wrap liquidity, I saw the NH4 is in a downtrend, so yeah, that's all.
I mean, it would
I
it
just
would have
wanted
worked
to
out
confirm
pretty
that.
good. Like I said, it would have
Mhm.
worked out. Like it worked out pretty good. But like I said, sometimes like market's kind of complicated because sometimes you might see like that, say, fuck, it worked out. But most of the time it doesn't work out because you know that we're trading with more traders. So if you take a trade that most of traders doesn't see like the confirmation you've seen, so you're going like the majority of people haven't getting on the trade. So that's why when you take a trade and you go for patterns, you see like some of patterns, like the way that we trade, for example, the setups, when we have the break, you can see that sometimes the drawdown is almost not much because you're getting exactly when a bunch of people are deciding to take the same setup. And if you take a trade, for example, like this, like you only see it on Wanda, then and most people don't see it, then you most likely don't want to have like the great results most of the time. I don't know if it makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
But here, if it wouldn't be there, it wouldn't be a great setup because you have the liquidity, you have the order block, and then you have the break. So it wouldn't be a perfect entry here.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Any other question, guys?
Hey, Vlad, here we have set up here like the liquidity.
No, because I don't see a liquidity grab here. I have the market giving me 2 breaks to the upside here. I have the break number 1 and break number 2 here. So at that point, this internal structure is bullish. So having just taken the trade right here, it wouldn't have the confirmation I'm looking for. I wouldn't wait for the market to give me the break and then the pullback to liquidity, and then at second break would be my entry. So for me, at least, I wouldn't take it here. Doesn't matter how it end up playing out, but it doesn't have what I'm looking for because at that point when market just do these 2 breaks, 1 and 2, this internal pullback is bullish already. So for me to have the confirmation, I need to see the market giving me like a break on my favor and then grabbing liquidity. And that point, I would take it. Okay.
Okay.
Does it make sense for you guys here? Why I wouldn't take it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. So, man, this is it for today. I gotta do something right now. In a hurry right now, but let's see if gold end out giving us like this confirmation we're looking for. Like I said, I want to see the market giving me a higher low, maybe grabbing liquidity, or even dropping all the way down here and grabbing this liquidity, tapping into this order block, and then give me a simple entry here. Let's see what would happen after 9, which is gonna be in the next 10 minutes. And yep, let's see you guys. Keep you guys updated. Any questions? Just let me know through the chat, guys. And I see you tomorrow. Like I said, keep practicing, keep taking your own trades. I know you guys want to do the bot testing, but don't do too much bot testing. Do 4 testing, which is gonna be taking trades, even on a demo, every single day, take trades on your demo, and just practice the strategy. And because you're gonna get better when you trade it forward than you do in bot testing. The bot testing is only for you to get like get the hands off everything, but for you to learn like the real thing and the patient and the confirmation, wait for everything and all that, you have to be basically trading forward in order for you to learn that and start getting the patient. Okay.
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 All right, guys. So take care. I see you guys tomorrow. Any questions, just send me a note to the chat and I send the video over once I have it here so you can review it. Okay.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
guys.
See you
Take care.
tomorrow.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.